What's going on, America? It's your man Headkrack. It's time for the hip-hop spot. Let's get this petty party started, shall we? Now, a couple days ago, we discussed how Ciara refused to say Future's name at the Billboard Awards nominees announcing that they did on Good Morning America. Well, Future's clapping back in his own legal way. He is actually countersuing Ciara to the tune of $15 million. Same amount of money that Ciara is actually suing Future for. And here's what Future had to say about that situation. He said, Ciara's fan base is reasonably large, but her album Jackie was a flop. He also added that she hasn't won many awards since 2013. And he also responded to her claim saying that, he made unflattering comments about her, which he kind of did, but he was a frustrated dad who wanted to see his son, and she's making it difficult for him for some reason. Now, some people on Twitter and social media be like, hey, Crack, you always side with Future. That's not true. It's not true at all. I'm just stating the facts and just the things that we see that come across our table. Like Future definitely went on Instagram and said she's making it difficult for him to see his kids and he's paid the child support. Those are the facts that we have to go off. I'm just reporting the story. And I thought it was a little petty that on a national television show you refuse to say your baby daddy name because you got a problem with him. You got to be professional at the end of the day. Very unprofessional, Ciara, and we actually rock with you over here. And other hip-hop news, speaking of petty, Meek Mill was initially going to launch his Dream Chasers 4 album on the 29th of this month. Now he's not. Why? Because Drake is dropping Views from the 6 on the 29th. He made that announcement earlier this week. And I think Drake knew what he was doing when he decided to drop that album on the 29th. I see how you're moving, Panda. It's very KGB of you. Vladimir Putin would be proud. Is that who the president of Russia is? Yeah, Vladimir Putin. And? Vladimir Putin, right?
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he pulled the Vladimir Putin. That's very Vladimir, whatever the fuck he just said. It's very that of you. Putin. It's very Vladimir Putin of you, Drake. Now, if Meek moves his album release date to another date and Drake moves it to that date, we totally see what's going on here. It's almost like that season finale of Walking Dead with, never mind, I don't want to spoil it for nobody. It's pretty bad out there in these streets. Big congratulations are in order to Designer. The Kanye West Good Music signee has the #1 hip-hop song in the country. That is freaking amazing. He's currently sitting at number 4 in the Billboard Top 200. And I have to note that Future has only gotten as high as 24 on the Billboard Top 200. And I say this not to poke fun at Future, but just to say damn, that dude stole your style and got #1 with it. The game ain't fair. People ain't playing the game right, man. This isn't supposed to be possible. This dude, actually came with his style. That's how Burger King got the Whopper, and if I just came out with a burger called the Whipper, and it started selling more than the Whopper, and I have no really good packaging, I'm just throwing it out there and I'm calling it the Whipper and people are eating it up. It's just not cool. You gotta find your own thing and run with that. Now, I haven't heard a second single from from Designer yet, but just hopefully it has his own swag to it, because I want to see what this guy can do on his own, having his own style. Last little story I got for you. It's a story that was making the rounds of the internet for a minute and people were really running with it. They were trying to say that Post Malone choked out Justin Bieber at a party the other night in Houston. Now, if you go online, you can Google and find a video of what appears to be Justin Bieber putting a lit cigarette to the arm of Post Malone. And then next thing you know, there's a still photo of Post Malone having him in the Undertaker chokehold right before he does that tombstone move that he does. Post Malone is took into his social media and says, hey man, me and Justin Bieber, we're friends. I would never put my hands on Justin Bieber. We like the rough house. I think this is a little cleanup tactic because I don't care who you are, unless this is a white thing. And do you and your buddies ever just put your cigarettes out on each other?
Hell no.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. Maybe it's a rich white thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a Hollywood white people making music thing. But all I know is in the black community, if you put a lit cigarette on somebody, you're going to fight. Even if you're friends, even if it's just you're going to be mad at each other for a couple minutes. It's just something you don't do. Has anyone ever put a cigarette out on you?
Sometimes we get real drunk.
Okay, that happens, and I've seen drunk white people fight and hang out the next day. I've seen it happen. It's happened, right?
Every day.
It happens. So, I see what you try to do there, Post Malone. At the end of the day, we don't believe you. Justin Bieber, you foul. That's it for me. For this and other stories, I'm following him on Twitter and Instagram, HEADKRACK.